Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Solano College Sports Network. We're here at the lovely Tom Zanino Stadium, or the house that Z built. We have the Cerrito Gauchos taking on the Vacaville Bulldogs here in Vacaville, California today. I'm Robert Murray. I'll be doing play-by-play duties for you today. On my left, Domingo Daines. On my right, Daryl Johnson. Daryl, I'm going to start with you. What can you tell us about this Gauchos team here today?
Well, the El Cerrito is trying to relive the success of their last week win. The Gauchos defense completely shut out their opponents, 0 points, while their high-powered offense placed a massive 62 points against their win against Lowell Cardinals. You know, the Gauchos are currently 1-1, their only loss being San Ramon Wolves. I'm curious to see how this defense will handle a Vacaville Bulldog team that averages 400 yards per game, with a lot of stars on this El Cerrito, such as Compton, you know, the quarterback, threw for we're talking about 6 touchdowns. That's crazy. And then you actually have, you know, the DN, Corey Williams, recording, 2 sacks, 6 tackles. And it's going to be a great game.
Yeah, DeJuan Compton Jr., the quarterback, number 15 for this Gauchos team, trying to lead more of an explosive offense versus this Bulldogs defense. But, Domingo, I'm going to go to you. What can you tell us about this Bulldogs team and how they can pull out a victory here today?
Yeah, this Bulldogs team is coming off an unexpected 1-2 start to their season with their first win coming up against Casa Grande. They've still been able to rack up 1,202 total yards despite their arduous season schedule, with the 243 of those yards coming off the ground last week, with the 2 players carrying the bulk with 86 yards and 1 touchdown produced by number 4, Dylan Borgeson, and 97 yards coming from number 11, Roman Connor Owens. And we'll see if this Bulldog team can reciprocate the same results against this tough number 9 ranked NorCal team in El Cerrito, as this will be one of the Bulldogs' last tests before their opening home league game against the Pioneer Patriots.
Yeah, thank you for that, Domingo. And now we're going to head over to our reporters in Josh Mahica and Maxime Follin.
Thank you, Robert. So far this season, El Cerrito has shown some solid balance by mixing strong runs and key catches to build up yardage and put some points on the board. Leading the charge this year is quarterback sophomore number 15, DeJuan Compton Jr., who's proven to be a reliable and stalwart force, showing he can move the ball with confidence. On to you, Josh.
Thanks, Maxine. There's no place like home, as the Bulldogs are back here at Tom Zanino Stadium. But they'll be without their top wide receiver, number 12, Rome Griego, who suffered an injury during their game against West Park in Week 2. And we will see who will step up big time on their offensive side. On their defensive side, first 3 games, the Bulldogs have already allowed 101 points, most in the Montecillo Empire League. But they also lead their league in total tackles with 187. Leading their way is number 5, Jake Williams, who's been a dominant force, especially on their secondary, with 27 total tackles. Now back to you, Robert.
Thank you for that report, Josh and Maxine. And now, just before kickoff, we have a word from our sponsor, James Thomas Media, your one-stop shop for all your video production needs. National anthem just concluded here at Tom Zanino Stadium, and boy, am I looking forward to a good matchup here today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this game, it just seems like it's been so hyped up during this week. You know, we've been waiting for it, and that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to watch this game today, and it just looks like it's about to be a heck of a game.
Yeah, definitely. Like mentioned earlier, Dom, ranked number 9 in Northern California, 100 in the whole state. So it's definitely a great football program Vaca High is going to go against.
Yeah, these Gauchos, they are no small feat. They're going to be a tough test for this Bulldogs team today. They've had a tough schedule, like you've been saying, Domingo. But we'll see if they can bounce back, get another win here today.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, for Vacaville, for this Bulldogs team, this is going to be a test. All of their team schedules, it's been a test, and, you know, we're looking to wait to see it after this kickoff. Let's go.
Edson Campos is going to kick this one away to the Bulldogs to start the game, so Vacaville will get the ball first. That means they will defer in the second half. As you can see, the returners waiting for this Bulldogs team. And we are underway here at Tom Zunino Stadium. And this kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will go to the 40-yard line after that flag.
Yeah, he just totally shanked the kick, and he's going to give the Vacaville great field position just because of that. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to either start off at the 35 or 40-yard line, I'm pretty sure. Looks like the ref's about to spot it down at the 35.
And it looks like that's where things will take over here for this Bulldogs offense. Good starting field position here. It's always what you want for your first drive.
Definitely. I mean, that's how you get a drive going. That's how you get a drive going. Get this run game going. Get everything else about it. That's how it's going to open up the offense, open up that playbook. And let's see if they can strike some fear into this El Cerrito team first play of the game.
The starting quarterback for this Bulldogs team, Brendan Jackson, will be taking the majority of the snaps today. And it looks like Dylan Borelson will be in the backfield with him. Jackson takes the snap, looking right. He'll throw out, and it's caught for the first down and more, out of bounds at the 49-yard line. It is caught by number 3, Connor Golden.
Yeah, and right there, I mean, that's just, I'm pretty sure that's just the coverage bust. I think number 34 was supposed to slide out to that flat, but he wasn't able to get there fast enough, and that receiver was able to run an out route and get it quick and easy first down.
Jackson surveying the defense, has 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right, takes a snap and will hand it off to Borelson, and he breaks 1 tackle but gets back to the line of scrimmage, and he is stopped right there.
Yeah, and that's that Gauchos D-line able to stop the run before it even got started.
Yeah, it looks like they try to run an inside split type of run scheme where they had that wing back come across the line from the backside, crack that D-end on that offside, and then still run the ball on the strong side, and that did not get many yards.
Jackson takes a snap, looking left, throws, and it is caught on the short route. Looks to be a pickup of 8 on the play.
Yeah, Jackson keeps on finding holes in the zone on these out routes and capitalizing on these short throws and turning them medium. Good, great pass.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, when you're scanning, surveying that field, the main thing you're looking at is those safeties. So if you're reading 2 safeties, you know, that could be a cover 2 or quarters coverage, and, you know, he was able to key it out and find that out route once again.
And it looks like Jackson will go under center and hand it off, and it is close for a first down, waiting for a signal.
Looks like it might be short.
And it looks like it is being called a first down.
It's going to be called a first down. Wow. And Borgeson, like we talked about at the start of the game, you know, he had that carry right there. They're trying to get that running game started. You know, Vacaville has always been known, this Bulldog team has always been known for their running attack, for their big linemen. Kind of like what we talked about last week against Rod.
Jackson under center once again, takes a snap and will hand it off to Borison. He has room on the left side, but for a gain of 3.
Yeah, that play action opened up because they were anticipating the run, and It wasn't a play action. He tricked me. That actually was a run. That's crazy. I was anticipating the pass, and they ran it. So that's what happens when you pass and get these quick throws, and it's going to open up the run.
Yeah, Jackson getting the short routes early, maybe to just build up his confidence to start this game. He'll take the snap, looking left, pump fakes the throw, is under a lot of pressure, and he is sacked.
Oh, my goodness.
And it is number 56, Amari Ani Hawley, the senior defensive tackle. He's 6'5", 285.
Right.
That's just a big man right there. That's a big man at DNR D tackle, I'm pretty sure. I mean, what can you do when there's people all up in your face? You can't look down the field and throw the ball. You just got to throw it away, or you just got to take the sack in. Unfortunately, that's what he did right there.
This is the same defense that held their opponents to 0 last game.
Jackson out of the shotgun. Jackson looking left. It's a screenplay to Borison, and he goes nowhere. Good job to sniff it out by Gary Youngblood.
Yeah, and he just released off that block and was able to read that it was a screen and able to capitalize on that and save his team some yards. Now it's a 4th down.
That's one thing that both of these teams need. If they want to, in order to win this game, discipline. Discipline. Read your keys and do your job. And number 1 did his job right there.
And it looks like Braden Wright will come out to punt this one away for the Bulldogs. Good stop right there for the Gauchos as they are waiting to receive. The punt is away clean, and it is fielded, and it'll bounce out the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, Youngblood, number 1, Gary Youngblood actually fair catch that. Well, waved for a fair catch and just let it go over his head for the touchback.
And Domingo, last year, former player at Rodriguez High School. What was it like coming to this Vacaville atmosphere and having to play them on their homecoming?
It definitely was a experience. You know, they had fireworks going and everything. It was just an amazing experience, but unfortunately, we had to ruin the show for them, and we had to close them out. But
yeah, the Rodriguez Mustangs barely got away with that one as this pass is batted down after DeWan Compton Jr. tried throwing to the right side.
Right there on that play, it looks like they tried to run a RPO. And RPO stands for read pass option there. It looks like he was trying to run an inside zone with a slant coming over the middle, and it looks like he just wasn't able to hit his target right there.
And as you were saying, Daryl, this Gauchos team, very high-power offense.
Definitely.
And high-power defense, number 9 ranked in all of Northern California. That's a pretty impressive feat for this team right here. As Compton Jr. takes the snap, throws right again, and it is caught for a gain of 9 on the right side.
Yeah, you can tell this team, like Daryl said, high-powered offense. I don't know if you guys seen that, but getting out of his break, getting out of his break, he was able to get his foot in the ground and get into that curl and catch that ball and get out of there. And that quarterback, he took his 3-step drop and just got it out of his hands.
Yeah, it was completed to Cannon Jenkins on the right side, the sophomore wide receiver. It's Compton Jr. We see this a lot from the high schools, running the shotgun formation. Compton hands this one off and is up the middle for a 1st down and more.
Very explosive. Daryl, what can you tell us about number 6?
He's definitely a great back, speed back. Last week against the Cardinals, had a great game. Also, Keeve Wesley. And they have dual backs, one being a speed back, one being a power back, and they're able to utilize that and capitalize on that.
Yep, kind of like that David Montgomery, Jameer Gibbs from the Lions.
A lot of teams like to have that power-speed combo. As Compton Jr. takes the snap, looking left, pump fakes the throw, is under a lot of pressure, throws over the middle, and it is high for his man and dropped.
Looks like number 15, he definitely seems like he has very good awareness. You know, his vision down the field, even though he was running out of the pocket right there, he was still able to look down the field and look for number 11, that man. Joseph Broussard, the junior, DB and wide receiver. So we'll be seeing him on the other side of the ball too. But, you know, he was able to look down the field and try to get it there, but unfortunately it was incomplete by that Vacaville defense.
Yeah, I got two Broussards on this offense. We got John Broussard and Joseph Broussard, both juniors. As Compton out of the shotgun will take the snap, hand it off, and it is cut back to the left for a gain of, looks to be 8 on the play after being pushed back.
Fighting.
Taken down by number 6, Dino Meniku.
Yeah, that's John Broussard. He's a dual player. He plays a running back as well as linebacker. So you can tell his star capabilities. And as you can see, he just ran for closer to the first down marker.
Yeah, and this Vacaville defense, I'm pretty sure the leader of this defense right now is number 11, Roman Connor Owens, as he's at that Mike linebacker position. And he was around that tackle to make that stop over there. You know, just got to rally those guys.
Connor Owens, the man rallying his troops on the defensive side as Compton Jr. getting ready to take the snap, and he does, looking right and throwing, and it is out of reach for Youngblood.
And that was number 11 right there. Like we just talked about, Roman Connor Owens, he was able to force that incompletion, given that quarterback pressure right there. He showed a little bit of a blitz coming off the edge as they actually were running a 3-man front right there. He was just able to sneak in at his outside linebacker spot and he was sent on a blitz right there. He was able to force that incompletion.
So Campos will come out to punt this one away as both teams able to pick up a first down, but then punt it on the next set of chains.
Yeah, Vacaville reciprocated what El Cerrito did. You stop me, I stop you.
Yep, 0-0 right now. Let's see what they
Excuse
got.
me, it's Ty J. Robertson coming out to punt this one away. And it is over his head, and the Bulldogs are running after it, and he is down at the 12-yard line. Just a miscue you cannot have from long snappers at punter.
Yeah, that right there. I mean, those are communication cues right there. Usually, it could be a silent count, or usually, you know, as a punter team, the captain of the punter team, you know, you really have to really think about letting everybody know if it's on 1, if it's on 2, if you're going for a fake, if you're punting right, you're punting left, you're punting in the middle. And it looks like there was just a miscue communication. The snapper just overshot it, and, you know, now they're in the red zone.
Yeah, interesting to see Robertson out there because he is listed as an athlete on Max Preps when we were looking it up. And
wow.
We searched up that term, and it means he could do pretty much anything.
Okay, Travis Hunter.
Jackson takes a snap, hands it off up the middle, and it goes for a gain of 3 on the play.
Taken down by number 8.
Yeah, that split back, that bulk, that's what they happened last week. Number 11, Roman Connor Owens at that running back position. And number 4, Dylan Borgeson. You know, they're going to be splitting these carries right now. And it looks like he might be their kind of power back, you know, in this red zone. And I think that they might hand it off to him again, or they might be looking for a screen.
Yeah, Connor Owens is in the backfield this drive, and is a fake quarterback keeper with Jackson, and he stays on his feet inside the 5-yard line down to the 2.
And like I said, Robert, if you would have seen that slot receiver, he bubbled out as the quarterback was looking for that inside zone read option, but instead of handing it off or passing it, he decided to take it on his own, call his own number, but, you know, he still was able to come up short.
Yeah, they can actually get a first down if they don't make the touchdown.
Ball is on the 3-yard line, 4 minutes, 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. 3rd and 1. What will the Bulldogs run? They have a heavy set. Jackson takes a snap immediately, hands it off, and it is a touchdown Bulldogs.
That's that man, Roman Connor Owens, in these fireworks. Wow. This is the atmosphere that you want to be a part of when you have a high school football team. I mean, look at this. This is just amazing. And they just scored a touchdown.
Yeah, especially when they're set up for success with the special team mishap, the bobble, and it puts Vacaville straight in the red zone.
Yeah. As
it will be Zach Wheat on to kick the extra point. the left-footed kicker. Don't usually see those.
You don't.
Wheat's extra point is up, and it is right down the middle. 7-0 is our score here on the Solano College Sports Network. The Bulldogs were able to go down and score. What'd you like that drive, Dom?
What I liked right there is that they were able to use their versatileness in their quarterback and in their two running backs, mostly, you know, Roman Connor Owens. But what we're seeing from is the versatile in offense. You know, they're trying to run screen passes, RPOs. These are plays that you really see in college, in the NFL. You know, you don't really see these types of plays in high school. You know, there's more of like power run or air raid offenses, but being able to see this team be so complex, if they can keep this up, that they can keep this score. And for El Cerrito, all they have to do is reciprocate, a score, and they will be able to still be in this game.
Well said, Dom. Daryl,
Yes.
for this Bulldogs team to get the lead like they are versus this very good Gauchos team, that has a lot of momentum on their side right now.
Definitely. Definitely. And even, you know, when you just make fundamental mistakes, you're destined to let the other team win.
Wheat kicks this one away and is fielded inside the 10-yard line, brought out up the middle, and he is hit at the 22-yard line. It was Kamari Harris on the return, the junior wide receiver corner, 5'9", 158, and he took a big hit right there.
Right.
Yeah, by number 16, Tracy Kalish. There he goes. On the PA announcer also said it too, but, you know, there was a little bit of a hole right there. He was almost able to get through that because number 45, Colby Schaffer, he did not play his lane right there, so that would have been bad if number 16 didn't come up and make that tackle.
And John Broussard's in the backfield with Jackson here. Or excuse me, it's not Jackson in on the play. It is Joseph Broussard. And this play is out to the left, and a gain of 5, it looks like, on the play.
Upended by number 9. Upended by number 9. Julian Garcia. That cut stick right there, that's what they like to talk about, is fundamentals and being able to tackle. I feel like in all football teams, that's what you really need in a player.
Yeah, it looks like they even changed the quarterback.
Looks like it's a quarterback by committee here for this Gauchos team as they're rotating through Broussard and Compton Jr. as this plays out to the right side, makes some man miss, and he is brought down at the 45. We'll call it the 44-yard line.
Yeah, Gary Youngblood kept those legs turning, people grabbing onto him. He just keeps on moving, bulldozing them, and it took 5 Vacaville teammates to take him down to stop that. So
yeah, and El Cerrito seems like they're also trying to fight back too. They're trying to do the same thing, run those screen passes, because on those screen passes, if you get it to that receiver, he can really get up and get loose and get down into that pay dirt area, score that touchdown.
And it looks like Compton Jr. is back into the game for this Gauchos team. In the pistol formation, he'll take the snap, look right, throw, and it is caught by Youngblood for a gain of 4.
yeah, I think he found his target for tonight. Youngblood is going to make it happen for him.
Number 17, Chance Bridge.
Get that connection going. I feel like if they can keep getting that, then they might be able to march down the field. And I've also noticed in this Vacaville defense is that they're liking these stunts. They're liking these stunts from this 3-man front where they have one of their outside linebackers being able to blitz off the edge and go off the hip of one of their DNs.
2 receivers to the right, to the left for Compton Jr. He takes the snap, looks left, and it's a wide receiver screen caught out there on the left side. Makes one man miss, but trips and falls. Down at the 48-yard line was Kamari Harris.
That play, like I said, the screen passes, that's what they call middle screen. So it seems like that was, middle screen left right there, where those linemen come out to the side and crack back those corners so that receiver can get loose. And if number 5 didn't slip and fall on that turf right there, he was gone. There was about 3 linemen in just a field full of grass with no defenders in front of him.
Yeah, it looked like Harris had a lot of room to run, but it will be 3rd and short for this Gauchos offense. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Out of the pistol formation, Jackson hands this one off, and the Bulldogs are all over it, but able to make a man miss and pick up the first down is John Broussard.
Yep, second chance effort right there. Number 0, Brody Rogers. He was there at the end, and he came in. He was in the backfield about 3 or 4 yards, I'm pretty sure. And the running back he was able to bounce off of it. Kamari Harrison was able to bounce off of it and just get a few yards. Excuse me, Jonathan Broussard.
Yeah, John Broussard able to make a man miss. We have 1:30 here to play in the first quarter as the Gauchos are starting to move the ball into enemy territory now. Compton Jr. out of the shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, 2 to his left. He'll take the snap, looking right, throwing, and it is incomplete.
Yeah, another miscommunication right there. I'm pretty sure the quarterback thought that the receiver was going to take that outside look on that route right there, but it looks like he started to turn it back in up the field, and that ball was way behind him and the defender.
Yeah, it looks like Mike Boyer was the intended target on that play. The junior, 5'8", 175. It'll be a 2nd and 10 for the Gauchos offense coming up. 1:04 to play here in the first quarter. Bulldogs 7, Gauchos nothing. Compton Jr. out of the shotgun formation. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking, has no one open downfield, directing traffic, and it is thrown down the middle, and it is incomplete.
That was almost picked off. You know, the way the ball was coming out of his hand, it started getting wobbly, and it turns into a duck. And he's lucky that didn't get picked off because there was 3, 4 Vacaville defenders back there, and the safety as well. They actually got a hand on it, and they didn't catch it. So
and it looks like Connor Golden was the one who got a hand on the football on that play for the intended target, Gary Youngblood.
Yeah.
As we see the captain to captain going on for this Gauchos offense.
Yeah. El Cerrito crowd getting real loud.
It is 3rd and long for this Gauchos offense. Compton motions a man over, takes the snap, looking right, doesn't throw, scrambles up the middle, and he is short of the first down marker.
Yeah, you know, as a team, you would take that. We're taking yards. That's what we want. No negative yards, no negative plays. Don't try to force the ball downfield for interceptions or even a fumble. And that was a smart play by him right there. Even though it is a 4th down, I feel like this could be 4th down territory for this El Cerrito Gauchos team.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Anything. Oh, no. Go ahead, Rob.
And it looks like this Gauchos team will go for it. There's a little miscommunication on our part, Daryl. But we are all right. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. And it'll be Joseph Broussard in at quarterback on this 4th down. He looks left, throws, and it is caught for the first down. Good play design there by the Gauchos.
Yeah, from my point of view, it looked like he didn't get the first down, but he did get the first down. And on that 4th and short, that was the correct play call by the coaching staff. And
yeah, it looks like they're going to just get that first down, and I think it's going to be first quarter is done, right?
Yeah, first quarter, we're going to flip side to the field for this game. And what have you liked so far here, Domingo?
Is that the battle in offenses. And what I want to see from this Vacaville team more is send more pressure. I mean, when they've sent pressure, they've thrown this quarterback off a lot. But when you send that pressure, make sure we keep rush lane integrity. Rush lane integrity means whatever your job is, if you have that C gap or if you have that B gap or A gap, you're holding it. Like if you're a linebacker, like number 11, Roman Connor Owens, if you're sent on that B gap blitz, you're holding that gap. You're not letting nobody try to move you out of it. And that's what they need. That's what they need. Pressure, get this quarterback off, get these quarterbacks off of their game. And they'll be able to force another turnover, force some pressure, and be able to get back into that end zone again.
Yeah, and interesting to see number 11, Joseph Broussard, come in on that key 4th down right there, Daryl. Why do you think they went with Broussard in that situation?
Yeah, that's very interesting, and we've seen the variety of the quarterback changes. You probably to take the defense, keep them off guard. That way they don't get used to the play calling and things of that nature, and probably he might be a good playmaker, warm up your starters.
Definitely, yeah.
As Compton Jr. out of the pistol formation, takes a snap, looks right, and is going deep down the right sideline, and it is caught! Touchdown, Gauchos!
That's what I was saying. Warm up your playmakers. Warm up your playmakers. Definitely. DeJuan Compton, just threw a perfect ball. Like, he almost threw that duck that almost got intercepted, but way to redeem yourself and throw a great ball.
To number 3, Mike Boyer, the junior, on that play. It looks like the Vaca defense, they were in a cover 2 looking in a – they ran with the cover 2 but was in a cover 3 look, which left that safety to be coming from the middle of the field and trying to get to that right hash, and he just wasn't able to get there fast enough.
And Campos will come on to kick the extra point. And it is up, and it is good. We have a tie game here in the second quarter. 7-7 is the score. And it seems like that previous wide receiver screen play led to that touchdown pass right there.
Yeah, it did. It had that DB in that flat zone looking. He was looking in that backfield, and then that receiver ran right past him, and that's a touchdown. I mean, that's what happens when you stay. If you stay disciplined, that won't happen. So that's why we call for discipline and fundamentals, knowing how to do your job. And unfortunately, that flat zone defender, DB right there, was caught looking in the backfield. And like I said, that's a touchdown for El Cerrito.
Yeah, I seen Mike Boyer put on the afterburners to actually just burn the defender right there. And there was no way he was catching up. Once you get a step behind, it's going to be hard to catch up.
And it will be Jake Williams and Devin Bishop back to return. Let's see if they have a shot here on this kickoff from Campos. Last time, the opening kickoff of the game, kicked it out of bounds, and it was good field position for the Bulldogs. Did nothing with it at the time.
Let's see if this El Cerrito kickoff team can send some fear into this Vacaville returning team. Let's go.
The kick is away. And it looks like it will be Williams fielding it at the 10-yard line, has some space up the middle, runs into a few Gaucho men at the 22, able to push his way to the 23-yard line.
That's just a good play right there by their kickoff specialist team, being able to hold their rush lane integrity lanes, like I said earlier. It's also on kickoff, kick return. That's just what you got to do. Hold your lanes. And that was what they were able to do. And that returner was trying to bounce it out, and everybody just rallied to the football. All hats to the ball. All hats to the ball.
Looks like the official mark is in between the 23 and 24-yard line. As Jackson comes out and will try to go down and score for this Bulldogs offense and try to answer. Low snap, Jackson throws to the right, and it is batted away as number 8 got his hands on it.
Kiev Wesley.
Yeah, Kiev Wesley. That's the dual guy I was saying. He plays halfback and middle linebacker, and I know he's beating himself up, dropping the ball, and that would have gave his team excellent field position. But let's try it again.
As Borison's in the backfield once again for this Bulldogs team. Jackson takes a snap. It is low, picked up by Borison, and it goes for a negative play.
And that was number 23, Thomas Kelsey, being able to recover despite the time where the offense wasn't able to pick up the ball. He was able to play that and was able to get that tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, botched snap leading to a 3rd and 11 here with 11 minutes and 24 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Bulldogs were going to try and answer, but they're held to a long 3rd down. Jackson takes a snap, looking right, throwing over the middle, and it is caught for a 1st down.
Number 0, Brody Rogers. That was also, I don't know if you guys seen that, but that was football IQ right there. He reached out for the ball even while being tackled, even though that might be a little bit of a risk being caused to maybe fumble a little bit more, but he seemed like he was protecting it very well, reached it over that line to make sure he got that first down.
Very good play there by Rogers. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers to the right. Jackson takes a snap, hands it off to Borison, and he goes up the middle, and it is dropped on the ground, a fumble, and the Bulldogs are able to get right back on it.
Yeah. And I know El Cerrito is itching for a turnover right now. We just had the dropped interception, the bobble in the backfield, and now a forced fumble, and they're not able to capitalize on these gifts.
Yeah, it looks like the Bulldogs are almost saying, here's the football, Gauchos, and they're not taking advantage of it right now.
Yeah, you got to do better than that on both sides of the ball. Protect the ball, and if the ball is out, go get it.
Shotgun formation for Jackson. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Takes a snap, looking left, wide receiver screen, and it is batted up in the air, and it hits the ground. Number 3, Mike Boyer, the one who caught the touchdown earlier for the Gauchos, able to break up a pass.
And it looks like this El Cerrito team is starting to catch on to this offense. I mean, you can only do so much when you are running the same few RPO screen passes and these bubble screen passes, these middle screen passes. They're all screen passes. The corners, the linebackers, they're all reading it. If you're only taking 3-step drops, throwing curl routes, I mean, the only thing they can do is read it and, convert.
As we do have a stoppage in play here with 10 minutes, 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Looks like just a little spotment of the ball. Officials say play on. Jackson, 3rd and medium, takes a snap, and this one's blown dead.
And I wonder if fatigue is going to play a factor, because the playmakers are playing offense and defense. Like you said, Boyer just caught the catch, and then he just had a breakup on defense. And then also you have Youngblood out there playing cornerback. So I wonder how this is going to happen.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys that question of, with the Gauchos having a bit of a smaller roster compared to the Vacaville Bulldogs team, as you can see, they have a lot of men on their roster.
Yeah, definitely.
How will fatigue play a factor later on in this ball game?
I think into that 3rd and 4th quarter, like Daryl said, that 3rd and 4th quarter, that's when things are going to get rough,
As Jackson takes a snap, it's a screen play to the left side for Borison. Borison has room down the left sideline, making one man miss, and he's hit hard out of bounds at the 50-yard line.
Number 4, that's what we said, Dylan Borgeson. Like we said earlier, literally the last play, that these screen pass games, this defense is going to catch on to it. But it seems like this defense is getting a little bit too needy for pressure for a turnover. You got to stay calm. You got to contain the edge. If you see those linemen and they're leaving too early, you know that, oh, yeah, it's a screen pass. That's going to be something else, And wherever that linebacker is, you got to keep that eye keyed in on that running back.
Ball at the 47-yard line. Jackson takes a snap, hands it off to Borison for a gain of 1 on the play. And this Gauchos crowd, after that big hit, they're starting to get into it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they were also complaining, saying that that punt was the only time they were going to score. That miscue on that punt was the only time they were going to score. So if I'm Vacaville, if I'm this team, if I'm this home crowd, teach this team in their away crowd that they're wrong and prove them wrong. Prove them wrong.
As we have 2 men in the backfield, 1 tight end, 1 running back, as the snap is botched by Jackson and is on the ground, he's able to get back onto it. Just key situations of holding on to the football is very important for this Bulldogs team right now.
Yeah, miscues. I mean, like you said, they're basically saying, hey, you want the ball? Gauchos, you want the ball? And that's not what you want. That is not what you want from this Vacaville offense when they're averaging, like Daryl said at the start of the game, 404 yards in each game. So let's see if they can just continue that reign right now.
As Jackson out of the shotgun formation, 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, throws to the left side, and it is incomplete. There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, and that was another possible turnover the previous play when the center just did not get the ball to the quarterback, and Gauchos wasn't able to capitalize on it. I wonder what this flag is for.
Could be a possible holding or illegal contact, I'm pretty sure. But number 5 on the Gauchos, Kamari Harris, that was pretty good coverage right there. He knew that out route was coming. You know, they took that T-step, that read step, that back pedal, took that T-step and was able to break on the ball and create contact to stop the completion.
Looks like it was an eligible man downfield for this offense of the Bulldogs as one of the linemen got a little too far down.
Yeah, my prediction was wrong.
That's why it's called a prediction, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
sometimes it might be wrong.
You're right.
Jackson awaiting word from his coach as the officials stopping play. Going to talk this one over some more as it is a 3rd and 16 coming up. The marker right here says 4th down, but it is 3rd down after the accepted penalty.
Yeah, we got to go tell that guy down there holding the thing, hey, switch it to 3. It's not 4.
Holding the down marker down there.
On the Gaucho sideline.
And it looks like, after thinking about this one, it will be a decline penalty and force a 4th and 11 coming up for the Bulldogs.
4th down.
Really?
Punting unit coming out. Punting for
Timothy
the
Johnson
Bulldogs,
saw
number 14,
that one and he's like,
right.
what is going on here? I did not accept that penalty.
We have number 5,
Yep. Sometimes
Kamari
these
Harris,
penalties, you got to make
and
sure
number 1,
what you're accepting.
Youngblood.
You don't want to give this offense another chance.
It looks like this momentum is shifting to El Cerrito.
As it'll be Harris and Youngblood back to return for the Gauchos team. The punt is away and it is off clean, and it looks like Harris will let this one bounce. Takes a favorable roll for the Gauchos, and it'll be downed at the 21-yard line.
And that's good. That's just great pursuit angles, great pursuit by the Vacaville specialist team, being able to get down to that ball before that returner can and put them in bad field position.
Yeah, I want to see what DeJuan Compton has planned for us. He's actually a 4.0 student athlete, and he's real proud of that.
It is something to be very proud about. Some of these, all of these coaches talk about you are a student before you're an athlete and want their students to get good grades.
Yeah, you're not an athlete student. No one is.
And Compton Jr. will have 2 men lined up in the backfield with him. It'll be Wesley on his right. Compton takes the snap, hands it off to Wesley. Gets up the middle for a gain of about 8 on the play before he stood up.
And that's the first time we've seen him, and he's a physical back. And he's former youth national for the Powell Bears, Pop Warner team. We're talking about a national championship here. He also plays, he's been playing football since 4 years old.
That's a great accomplishment there. And for the Vacaville defense here, if you know that they're going to be running the ball down, as linebackers, you have gaps, and you know that you're faster and more agile than these linemen. So you got to get under those blocks and make that tackle. You can't be letting 8 yards get up on your defense.
Compton Jr. takes the snap, look to the right side under a lot of pressure, and he goes down for a sack on the play.
Right there, number 15. I don't think that he kind of knew what the play was right there, as it seemed like that was a designed screen pass as everyone was running down the field, and it looks like he was supposed to throw it, and it looks like number 15 might be hurt on his arm. His arm is with the play call on it. I don't know if that's his – I don't think that's his throwing arm. If he's left-handed quarterback, then it might be, but doesn't seem like it, but he's going to go to the sideline.
Yeah, Compton Jr. in a lot of pain over here on the sideline. Looks to be in a lot of agony.
That's going to be a bummer if your star quarterback is out. And he threw for 6 touchdowns. It would have been 7. 1 got called back last game. And hopefully it's just a stinger.
Yeah, I think it might be. One of the coaches down there was saying that it's his shoulder right there. So maybe one of the guys of the Vacaville defense landed on him a little bit wrong. He took a big hit right there. He's going to put back his helmet on, and he's going to play football. And it looks like number 11, Joseph Broussard, is also going to come in at quarterback again. And, like we say, next man up. No matter what, next man up.
We'll see if Broussard can pick up his fellow quarterback Compton Jr. on the sideline. Broussard out of the shotgun formation, 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Youngblood being the receiver at the bottom. It's a quarterback keeper to the left side. Broussard close to a first down, and it looks like he will be just short of the marker.
Yeah, he's a speed quarterback, almost like a Michael Vick type. Just Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, able to just break out the pocket and make some yards.
Yeah, and that's right there where we talk about athletes. We talk about athletes that are able to do everything. You know, he's playing offense and he's playing defense. He's playing receiver, DB, corner, quarterback. That's what you want out of players. You know, that's what you want. And if he's being able to run around like that, and if this Vacaville defense doesn't keep him contained, then he's going to go and mess around and go get a touchdown, no matter what. If it's passing, rushing, interception, we don't know. We'll see.
4th and short in their own territory. The Gauchos will punt this one away. Campos will come on and punt it. Bishop was back to receive for the Bulldogs. And this one is nearly blocked by the Bulldogs as Bishop's just going to let this one roll. Favorable roll for the Gauchos as that one was nearly blocked. As there is a flag on the play as number 6, John Broussard, is not happy, costing his team some yardage right there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, Robert. Do you know what happened?
I was looking at the ball on the play, but Broussard's upset about something, and his coaches are yelling at him right now.
Yeah, very visibly, and he, like you just said, he just costed his team. I forgot what is that? What's the flag again? It's
unsportsmanlike
conduct. Yeah, and you know you never want to see that, especially off of a thing that has nothing to do with the play. You know, your team just grounded the ball at the 24-yard line, and you want to go give the Vacaville offense more yardage. You know, you don't want that, and especially that's called being selfish as a player. So, you know, it's always team first.
Coaches are calming John Broussard down on the sideline here. It looks like he's able to control those emotions finally. And I got to think he might be a gunner on that play, and he might be getting held, and he's very upset about it.
Yeah, probably, and he's probably saying, you know, ref, he's holding me. But, you know, in every play of football, there's always going to be a hold. It's just whether or not is the ref going to see it. Most of the time they do, but most of the time they don't. And, you know, that's just part of football.
And it will be an unsportsmanlike conduct on Broussard, so it'll be a 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for the Bulldogs with 5 minutes and 36 seconds left here to play in the first half.
Great game, 7-7, locked up.
Jackson under center hands this one off to the right side for a gain of 8, maybe 7 on the play.
Yeah, and it looks like they try to run a little bit of a power right there, try to shoot it through that B or A gap right there on that right side of the field. And what, he got like 6 or 7 yards?
Like 5. Oh, yeah, 5,
They're
6,
calling
5,
it
6.
2nd and 4 on the play, so a gain of 6 is the official mark. As Jackson out of the shotgun formation has 3 receivers to his left, and it looks like very close to a penalty, but it is a screen pass on the left side, and it will be a 1st down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
as number 3, Connor Golden, was very close to lining up offsides on that play.
It's like a hard math quiz. They don't have the answer for this screen. Like,
yeah, they don't. That's a great analogy, metaphor to say it. If I'm number 18 on the Gauchos, Ty.J. Robertson, if I'm coming off on that blitz, he timed it very perfect right there. But in your mind, you got to know that, okay, they're running these screens. They're catching where we're leaving. So if we're blitzing on that side, they're going to throw it to that side. So you just got to know, maybe get those hands up to bat that ball down.
Jackson out of the shotgun formation, looking right, has no one there, under a lot of pressure, able to get past the line of scrimmage for a scramble to the left side of 4 yards.
Naskeev Wesley, another great tackle, saving the 1st down for this team. Saving it.
And number 8, Brendan Jackson, you know, he was able to make something out of nothing. You know, he was looking downfield, nothing was open, lineman was in his face. he found that crease. Found that crease in that offensive line and was able to get out of there, made one man miss. Still wasn't able to get the first down, though, like Daryl said.
Jackson will be under center, takes a snap, hands it off, and it will be a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, and number 8, Kiev Wesley, he was able to be there for the tackle again, and I'm pretty sure right there he was able to read that guard. I don't know if you guys seen this, but they try to run a counter. When that quarterback takes that little hop and acts like, he's running inside zone but then pops it back, that's called a counter play. And on those plays, you're supposed to read those guards. If they're coming back to that weak side, that ball's going there. It's not coming to that strong side, and he was able to read that.
Shotgun formation for Jackson, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, and it is caught right at the first down marker. We'll see the official spot. Looks like he has enough for the first down, but there is a flag on the play, so hold your thoughts right there.
I think on that flag right there, it might be a legal man downfield. It looks like a few linemen were a little bit too far down the field when that ball was thrown. They were probably getting ready for that ball to get handed off on that read option play, that read pass option play. But it looks like the quarterback threw the curl route instead of running that inside zone play.
Yeah, maybe just got to be a little quicker, and you can hear the audience saying illegal man downfield from our vantage point. And we are on the away side, the Gauchos side, where we set up. As the officials are still talking this one over, getting the official word.
Kind of smells like In-N-Out. Sorry.
That's the observation we have right now. It smells like In-N-Out burger.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, this Vacaville team is hungry for a touchdown.
Indeed, they are.
Still waiting on the call by the ref. Oh, yep, illegal man downfield. The white hat is going to say it's going to push them back.
Looks a little far for an illegal man downfield penalty. We'll wait. Maybe PA has a word on it. But a loss of 15 yards on the play. Bring a 3rd and long. It was 3rd and manageable for this Bulldogs team. They are hungry for a touchdown like you were saying, Daryl. Now, all of a sudden, the field position's flipped.
Yeah, and behind the sticks by a lot. And it looks like the refs are going to talk it over.
A lot of miscommunication here as we have 2 minutes and 56 seconds left to play in the first half. Yeah, because we've seen this earlier where the officials marked it for a 3rd and 16, but the Gauchos wanted 4th and 11 and forced a punt, and maybe we're thinking the same thing here. Maybe make it 4th down for this Bulldogs team.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to re-spot it. Yep. I think he's just going to put it 5 yards back. Oh, now he's putting it back in the original spot that it was at.
Yeah, this is very interesting. Like you said, Robert, miscommunication with the refs. Not sure of the call. What is the call?
Looks like the official is waving the flag off as there will be no penalty on the play. And the clock starts to roll again. And the Gauchos sideline is still confused, asking for an official wording. I haven't seen anything like this, and they say you see something new every day, right?
Yeah, you do. I mean, this white hat seems like he's trying to tell stories on both sides, and he can't figure out which one he wants to choose, that he wants the entire crowd and both of these teams to believe.
We have a big game of telephone going on right now. Isn't that right, Daryl?
Yeah. He said this call is that, this maybe this many yards, maybe that many yards, but the refs are going to get it right, and that's the best thing. That's the best thing, is getting the call right.
As long as we get the play right, that is indeed the best outcome for the integrity of the game. As we do have a timeout Bulldogs, so we will have more stoppage. And Domingo, what is confusion like this as a player sitting on the sideline? What's going through your head after something like this?
So when something like this is happening, you know, there's two ways that this could affect the game. It could either affect the game by You know, if your coach is trying to give you a motivational speech and telling, okay, guys, you know, this is what we're going to do. We're going to stop them on defense. We're going to get this ball back, and we're going to score with 2 minutes and 52 seconds left on this clock. Or it's going to take the life out of one of these teams. You know, one of these motivation, and it's gonna demoralize them. You know, the momentum, like Daryl was saying, the momentum was going towards the Gauchos. And now, you know, with this 4th down stop, it's really like stopping it. It's evening out the playing field. You know, that's something that happened a few years ago when Rodriguez played Sac High. There was a little bit of a scuffle in a full team brawl, which delayed the game by about 15 minutes, while Sac High had the advantage and had the momentum. Rodriguez was able to rally back and was able to win the game 28-21. So, you know.
Referencing that because you were on the team?
Yes, because I was on the team. I was part of that.
Were you a part of the altercation that was going on?
I walked to the sideline and was like, you know what, I'm not trying to punch nobody today. But hey, I see my teammates get in. I was like, you know, I can't let my teammates get hit up like that. You know, how to try to break it up. So
we'll just say he was trying to be peacemaker over there for his Mustangs team in 2024. But we are focused on the 2025 season as play will finally resume. It is a 4th and medium coming up, and Jackson under center motions a man to his right. It will be a jet sweep. Looks like it's going to be a pass, but not anymore as it's down the right sideline for a 1st down. A lot of trickery going on that play. Had me a little confused.
Yeah, I mean, that receiver coming in through that jet motion got the ball handed off to him. That was Dino Minicao. Number 7, Malachi Hunt. You know, he came around that corner real fast, but then it looked like he was trying to look for a pass, but the ball was handed off to him in front of him, not behind the quarterback. So as a defensive player, you know, you're not realizing that in real time, but, you know, that could be seen as a fake, as someone trying to fake you out, kind of like what Patrick Mahomes does when he's running to the line, throws it, but
Jackson takes a snap, hands it off up the middle for a gain of 2 on the play. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left here, and the Bulldogs are driving into enemy territory, trying to get one up before they have to defer the ball in the second half.
Yeah, when you speak about that previous play, Gauchos got froze. You know, they thought that it was going to be a pass. You know, was it a run? Was it a pass? But it was a run, and unfortunately, guessed wrong.
Man coverage for the Gauchos, but it is a handoff up the middle once again for the Bulldogs, and a similar result, another gain of 2 on the play.
Gauchos have been 3rd down conversions are very high for, you know, Vacaville because they haven't been off the field. They've been eating at the clock. The time of possession has been high. They only have 1 touchdown because of the bad punt.
yeah, the miscue right there.
Special teams.
Yeah, if I'm this Vacaville offense, we're testing this receiver we're testing this DB right here, number 5. If he has no help on number 3 might be gone for touchdown.
Jackson takes a snap looking that way, has no one down the field. He'll scramble up the middle, make a spin move, make one man miss, and he is brought down after the 1st down marker. These Bulldogs are eating away at the clock. Minute 4 left here to play. 7-7 is our score.
And number 8, Brendan Jackson, the quarterback, like I said before the play, he was looking down to number 3, Connor Golden. He wanted to take that shot, but there was a few people in his face, and, you know, he tried to make a play out of it.
Jackson, 3 receivers to his left, but looks right, and it throws, and it is incomplete. Intended target on the play was Connor Golden.
Yeah, broken up by Youngblood, you know. Definitely a great defensive back as well as a wide receiver, extending his arms. He's, what, 6'2"?
6'1", yeah.
6'1", okay.
6'1", 175, the senior wide receiver, defensive back. Also a captain for this Gauchos team.
Yeah, I mean, when you see technique like that, you can only do nothing else but appreciate it. I don't know what you guys could see from that, but that's a back pedal and that's a break on the ball.
Jackson under center, fumbles the snap and gets right back on top of it. We've seen that quite a bit today for this Bulldogs offense, and it hasn't bit them yet.
Yeah, it hasn't bit them, but it slowly will. One of these times it will bite them, and, you know, it might be at a time where you can't get bit, So, actually, to look at it in a positive way, I would rather have it happen now than let it happen in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, like Robert said, I say, wow, like that's almost number 5 of a possible turnover that they're able to actually retrieve the fumble or the bobble snap or any of that nature, even the picks and the possible picks. Like, where does it stop? And Gauchos can't capitalize on it. And it's very unfortunate just to see the cash in front of you and you can't grab it because not quick to draw to get it.
Yeah, these Bulldogs don't want to get big because that bite can turn into an infection, and you don't want that spreading into your defense.
Yeah, you don't. You really don't. And, you know, if I'm this Vacaville team, you have 37 seconds, take a shot. It's third down, excuse me. Third down. I'm taking a shot right here. If this left side safety doesn't get down on number 1 right here, we're taking a shot.
I wouldn't do that.
Jackson takes a snap, looking to the right, rolling, throws down the middle, and it is caught. Touchdown Bulldogs. There's the shot you were looking for.
That is the shot. And that right there was a great pass by number 8, Brendan Jackson. He was able to see the leverage that the safety was playing on number 14, Braden White, and was able to get that back shoulder ball in that open zone and was able to have that receiver sit down in that end zone to score that touchdown.
Right.
And it looks like there might be excessive celebration on the Bulldogs as they are going to take the lead, it looks like, heading into halftime. 30 seconds left. We never know, the Gauchos can make something happen, but what a drive right there for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, being able to march down that field and, like we said, take that shot. You got 37 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
You're in the red zone. What are you going to do? You got your guys on the line. You're telling them, okay, let's go. We don't get into this end zone, score this touchdown, and walk into half feeling great.
Kamari Harris must have been playing zone because after 5 yards, he released the wide receiver.
Wheat's kick is up, and it is good. Or, excuse me, no good.
A little bit off to the left right there.
A little bit of a quick fire by me.
Yeah, but it's okay, you know. Mistakes are always made. It's all right. Always got to do better. Just like this El Cerrito team on the next drive when they are on defense. They got to do better, got to tighten up some things. And we see a little bit of glimpses from this Vacaville offense, what they can do, what their high-powered offense can do to, how do I say this, regress this defense in their high-powered players and their superstars. So,
yeah, it's just wearing down that Gauchos defense. And maybe it's that two-way ability, like you were saying, Daryl, that's tiring them out right now. That was just a long drive for them, and miscommunication, lack of attention to detail led to a touchdown right over the middle.
Right. Yeah.
And the miscommunication from the ref, like we were talking about, took the momentum from the Gauchos, and they were able to convert, take it, and take that momentum into half.
Do you gentlemen know what we do at Vacaville?
What do you guys do?
We stand up for the kickoff here.
Oh, my God.
Okay, let's see. Okay, the crowd, okay, the home crowd is standing up.
They indeed do stand up for the kickoff at the varsity game.
See a little bit of people sitting down on that right side.
Youngblood and Harris back to receive, and it won't make it to them. Fielded at the 25-yard line, breaking it to the left side, and it goes down to the 32 as Boyer was the one returning it on the play. 21 seconds left to go. Maybe got some shots downfield for this Gauchos team. I believe you do have a timeout, two timeouts to play with.
Yeah, El Cerrito is trying to turn around their football program. They weren't eligible to play in the postseason. They had to forfeit 6 yards, so it robbed some of the athletes the chance to compete for the playoffs. So I'm curious to see if they can even come back now, because this high Vacaville team is, Vacaville High Bulldog team, you know, they're averaging 400 yards per game, so they're definitely doing their thing right now.
Yeah, good running attack for this Bulldogs team, but they are trying to make a stop right now as they lead 13-7 after the missed extra point from Wheat. It'll be Compton Jr. takes the snap, looking down the left, switches to the right, and it is incomplete as pressure was right in his face.
If I'm number 15 right there, I'm looking for that look again, except we're going to have number 6, John Broussard, the junior halfback. We're going to have him on a wheel route. If number 17 is playing off at about 6 or 7 yards right there and having that left side safety, leave that gap in the middle of the field, I'm throwing it right there and letting my playmakers do amazing things in space.
And we have a flag on the play.
Number 17, Chance Kalish. You're referring to the cornerback at the bottom of the screen for this Bulldogs team. It'll be second and long, as it'll be a second down and 20 with 17 seconds left to play for this first half.
Trips.
Compton takes the snap, hands it off, and it is broken up the left sideline. Getting out of bounds is Broussard.
Number 6, Josan Broussard.
The number 6 shot out of a cannon right there, ran right past the defense. If that sideline wasn't there, he might have been gone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was surprised that they even ran it with all the wide receivers out there, Trips out there, as well as I wonder if they're going to do a Hail Mary, showcase this arm to try to go into the half at least with a touchdown.
Yeah, maybe one more snap for a quick play and then Hail Mary if we get enough yardage for it. Compton Jr. out of the pistol formation, takes the snap, hands it off to Broussard once again, and it looks like they're just going to run this one into halftime. As the horn sounds here at Tom Zunino Stadium, pretty good first half for us as the Bulldogs lead it 13-7 over the Gauchos. What did you guys like here in this first half?
I like the variety that Vacaville had. You know, you've seen a couple read options, but what's working for them is actually that screen play. You know, you get 5 yards, 10 yards, and it's opening it up for the long pass, the deep pass. And, you know, they keep getting beat when they do the zone with the one safety high, cover 3, and it's like you have to make those adjustments to realize that. But how can you make those adjustments if you're anticipating a screen pass? So it's going to be hard for them.
And for this Gauchos team, even with the miscommunication from the refs, which it looks like some of the coaches are talking to the refs about it right now, you're not going to let that take the life out of this team. You're not going to let the momentum take the life out of what you guys have built as a program, as brothers, as a team, and you guys are going to fight back. That's the way that you got to look at it, and that's the way how you got to come into half. That just because this is their home, you guys got to come in and show them what's up. I mean, give the ball to number 6, John Broussard. We've seen a little bit of a flashes of him, so maybe we'll be able to see a little bit more of him in the second half.
What do you think about it, Rob?
I thought it was an exciting half of football. We have another exciting half coming up, but we are going to take our usual halftime break, so stay tuned if you want to watch that exciting second half coming up.
But Dad, I love him. I'm going to marry him. I don't care what you say.
Cut. Welcome to TV 55. In this hands-on class at Solano Community College, you'll learn all aspects of television production. Work with high-end cameras in the field and in the studio. Professional sound, lighting, and green screen. And let's not forget editing. Enroll today. Get an art school education at a fraction of the cost. Visit us online at solano.edu.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
You get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you know, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it, so.
Joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
Stand by, we're going to
go to cut one. And cut one. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for three. It is good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock. Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots ever.
The sky's the limit, really, with what we can do here.
Josh Mojica reporting in for Vacaville Bulldogs. First 24 minutes of action, the Bulldogs are up by a touchdown. But after the opening drive, their head coach, Mike Papadopoulos, told his players to be aggressive and stay aggressive. And that is why after the second quarter, they're now up by a touchdown. Now on to you, Maxine.
Vacaville may have struck first, but El Cerrito didn't waste any time showing they could answer back. After a quick hurdle with their coaches who told them to lock in and trust their game plan, El Cerrito marched right down the field, scoring a passing touchdown. But the celebration didn't last long, where Vacaville once again scored a touchdown, setting a high energy showdown between the two. Back to you guys.
And welcome back here for the second half on the Solano College Sports Network. Pretty good first half, 13-7 Bulldogs lead, and I want to introduce Antonio Harris. He's going to be taking over for Daryl Johnson. How you doing, Antonio?
Good, and you, Robert?
I'm good. What did you like that you saw that first half?
I'm going to be honest. The run game looks pretty strong for El Cerrito, so if they keep running the ball more, maybe that might produce a couple touchdowns from their running back.
Yeah, the Gauchos, pretty strong team. Let's see if they could bring it back here in the second half. And Domingo, what are you looking for this Vacaville Bulldogs team to do?
Put the pressure on them. Put the pressure on them. You went into half with momentum, so let's keep it. You know, that miscue from the refs, like we said a few times already in this broadcast, that really derailed the momentum scale in this game. So let's take it. Let's take it away from them.
As Wheat is ready to kick this one away. And the second half starts with a little pooch kick to the left side and is fielded at the 30-yard line, reversing field. Going backwards, down at the 29-yard line. We do have a flag on the play.
Right there. I don't know what the flag is, but number 16 on the Vacaville team, Tracy Callish, that was just a great pursuit angle right there. Not to give up on that rushing lane right there, to be able to tackle that running back from behind.
Yeah, Mike Boyer was the one returning. And they may have grabbed the face mask.
Maybe. I would.
We'll see what the call is.
Let's hope that this isn't another miscue from the refs.
Personal foul.
Yep, it is a face mask called on the Bulldogs.
Face mask.
As Boyer was trying to cut that one reverse fields, and Bulldogs team just yanked him down by the face mask.
Yeah.
For the Gauchos from the 44-yard line.
I thought it's this.
Gauchos will take over here at the 45-yard line, and it is a run play up the middle that goes nowhere.
Number 0, Brody Rogers, was able to read that play right there. He seen that wing back, and I'm pretty sure that was number 0, Bobby Gawoilia, the junior linebacker running back, was able to run that wing back position, and that DN was able to read his keys, play off the hip of that tackle, run down the line, and make a tackle.
It'll be second and long coming up for the Gauchos, as we have burned 45 seconds already here in this second half. And it'll be Compton Jr. in the pistol formation. It's looks to be a tight formation as well. 2 receivers to his left as they're on the near side of the field. Compton Jr. taking the snap, going back, looking deep down the right side, and it is caught down inside the 20-yard line.
That couldn't be placed any better by number 15, DeJean Compton, the junior. That was a great play right there. He was able to fit it in between the 2 defenders, that overtop safety and that deep outside third that deep outside third cornerback and was able to just fit it in there as the receiver was tracing the ball, and I'm pretty sure that was number 5, Kamari Harris, on the catch. And he caught it on his fingertips, you know. Those catches are probably the most hardest ones, you know, not the ones that are in the breadbasket, but those ones that you have to really outreach for and go get it.
Harris with the spectacular play brings the Gauchos inside the 20-yard line. It'll be a handoff here to Broussard, and it goes nowhere. A loss of 1 on the play.
That was just a great read key by the Vacaville defense, and I feel like, you know, like I said at half, is that this El Cerrito team, they're going to need to get the game going. Like Antonio said, that this running back, John Broussard, number 6, that they need to get him going. You know, he's like a bundle of joy, a bundle of speed right there. He can really shoot out of a cannon with his speed. So if they could use that in this red zone, they could come down with a touchdown.
And what would you like to see from the Gauchos here, Antonio?
Wide receivers, or the wide receivers just control the ball well in the end zone, or the running back, just like Dominic said, just find a way to push through the line and find a way to score.
As Compton Jr. takes a snap, hands it off, it's a run to the left side for a few yards on the play.
To the left side, tackled by number 15, Nick Lozano.
And like I said, they're trying to get back to somebody, trying to get some type of running game going, and that was Kiev Wesley. He got the carry right there. Looks like he got stopped for a few yards as his teammate tried to help him up right there, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, it will be a 3rd and long here for the Gauchos offense as they were driving into territory of the Bulldogs. They're inside the red zone. Compton Jr. out of the shotgun formation. 2 receivers left, 2 to his right. Compton Jr. takes a snap and play is blown dead immediately.
I wonder what that was. False start, maybe?
Yep.
And it is indeed a false start as Compton Jr., he was anticipating the snap and he had to clap a few more times before the ball finally got into his hands, but then one of the linemen moved early.
Yeah, and those are the keys that we don't need to see from this Gauchos team. I mean, you put yourself in position to come and score a touchdown in this red zone in, you know, self-inflicting wounds. You don't want self-inflicting wounds to your offense. So don't be that player. Do your job.
It'll be 3rd and 15 here for the Gauchos with 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Compton Jr. takes the snap, sees no one open downfield, over the middle now, and it is caught. Touchdown Gauchos as Gary Youngblood was able to haul that one in over the middle.
And like our previous broadcasting color commentator, Daryl Johnson, said, he's connecting Youngblood to number 15, DeJean Compton. They're gonna get that quarterback receiver duo in number 15. He was really able to step into that throw, step into that pocket, and rip it in there for that touchdown.
It'll be Campos on to come kick the extra point as it is a 13-13 ball game. The extra point could give the Gauchos a lead. It is up and it is blocked. And we have a tie game here in the 3rd quarter. We've seen a missed extra point and now a blocked extra point.
Yeah, and that's going to be blocked by number 77, Carter Edmonds. You know, I'm going to give a little bit of credit to him. You know, I've seen a few of his Instagram reels of how he treats his life of being a football player in his day-to-day life, and I really think that that's very inspiring for young kids and other players that do play high school football, and that just shows that, you know, anyone can do that. And even though, you know, he might be a little bit of a, you know, bigger person, you know, that just could give the inspiration to anybody.
And kicking for El Cerrito is number 33, Edson Campos.
Campos will be the one kicking it off after that block extra point attempt, and back to recede is Bishop.
Now what we're looking for here is, can Vacaville reciprocate a score? Can they fight back after their defense just let up a touchdown. Let's see what they can do now.
The kick is up, and Bishop will bobble this one at the 20-yard line, picks it up, has no space to go anywhere, and is dropped at the 19-yard line. What went wrong on that play, Antonio?
Brings up first down and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 15-yard line.
I don't know, Dom. You know what went wrong?
I think what right there is just that bobble snap, created time for these Gauchos to run down this field, fill their lanes, and be able to get in behind those blocks and make a tackle. Make him second guess where he's going. Is he going to go left? He's going to go right. He doesn't know because he's tackled. And now they are at the 15-yard line, their own 15-yard line.
Yeah, the bobble from the 20-yard line brought him back to the 15 as Jackson takes a snap, fakes the handoff, throws it quick to the left side, and it is being ruled incomplete. Didn't complete the process of the catch was number 14, Braden White.
Number 2, the senior, Tyson Williams, right there, being able to come up from his slot nickel corner spot and was able to just lay the boom right there. He read the play. These are the things that we talked about earlier in this game, is that they're trying to get this RPO game running when they can't really do that because this defense is catching on. Their coaches know they're running coverages to defend that, and now this Vacaville offense, let's see what they can do after a stop like that.
Jackson under center hands it off. Bouncing off tacklers is Borison, but looks to be for nothing. As we do have a player down for this Bulldogs team, able to get onto his feet now.
It's that boy, Carter Edmonds, number 77. And right there on the tackle there was number 8. He was able to force the people of the Vacaville offense to second guess their blocks, second guess their rushing lanes, make that running back choose, okay, am I gonna bounce, am I gonna dive, or am I gonna slip, which is what usually these offensive coordinators have these running backs do.
Receivers split out wide for Jackson out of the shotgun. Bishop at the bottom of the screen. Jackson takes a snap, looks at over the middle, and it is caught. There will be a flag on the play as Brody Rogers was the one who hauled in that play.
Looks like there might be a little bit of either illegal contact from the Gauchos, or it might be a push off from number 0, Brody Rogers.
And it looks like
it's on the Gauchos.
It is on the Gauchos. Pass interference was called. So they'll accept the penalty and get more yardage out of it with the automatic first down. Just undisciplined right there from the Gauchos. A little early on the route from Brody Rogers.
Yeah, right there, you just got to time it. You got to time when to break on that ball, when to get your hands on that receiver to jar that ball loose. And unfortunately, he timed it a little bit too early there, which made the ref reach for that flag in that pocket.
Jackson takes a snap, hands it off to Borison. Borison up the middle for a first down.
Very, very explosive runs by Dylan Bozorjan, as the PA announcer actually corrected me as I've been accidentally butchering his name all game. But, that's okay. Mistakes are made. But that was a great run by him, shooting out of a cannon, being able to read his blocks, and being able to make the second-level defenders miss. And that's what you want to see out of your running back and get this game going.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Jackson out of the shotgun with Borges in the backfield. He'll fake the handoff, quarterback keeper for Jackson, and he is flipped head over heels at the line of scrimmage.
Number 2, Tyson Williams. He came to hit today. He's been in the backfield many, many times in this game. And he's, like I said, he's coming up from that safety slot nickel corner position, and he's coming down to hit. Even though he's listed at 145, it don't matter. He said, I'm here, baby. I'm here, looking like Tyrann Matthew, the Honey Badger. He's coming down to play.
Shotgun formation once again for Jackson. Under a lot of pressure. It's that screen play. Goes nowhere, but there will be a flag on the play. Pass interference definitely is going to be called after that one.
Right there by number 0, Bobby Guayola on the early tackle there. You know, as a defensive player, you have to know the keys and the rules of the game. That right there would have been acceptable if it was a backfield screen, because anything under 0 yards, or if they're still in the backfield, you can hit them. If they're past that line of scrimmage, you can't hit them, or you can give them a little bit of a chuck under 5 yards. But if you're grabbing and holding them, the ref will call that. The ref will call that holding call, like I just said.
Antonio, do you think it's a lack of discipline for this Gauchos team right here in the second half after coming down to score on your first possession, but the defense, they need to lock it in right now?
Yeah, I think so, because we didn't see a lot of defensive pass interferences or holdings from the Gauchos in the first half. So
Jackson out of the shotgun, takes a snap, looking right, sees no one, under a lot of pressure, rolling out to the left, going deep down the middle of the field, and it is caught inside the 5-yard line, down to the 2.
And a few of these fans here are a little bit upset about that ref being in the middle, stopping that linebacker, number 8, Kiev Wesley, to get to that quarterback as he was scrambling out. And the catch was made by number 5, Jake Williams, you know, being able to readjust his body, turn it to that back shoulder, and make that catch. We've seen that by the Gauchos, and now we've seen that by the Vacaville Bulldogs now. Let's see what they can do in this heavy back set.
Halfway through the third quarter, and it is a handoff to Borson to the left side, and it goes nowhere on the play. After the Gauchos looked like they were going to regain momentum, the Bulldogs are just taking it right back after that opening half touchdown by the Gauchos.
Yeah, they are. They're trying to make sure that they keep their hand in the dirt and they keep pushing this ball forward, no matter they're passing the ball or running it. And it looks like right now they're trying to get a dirty touchdown, meaning that they're running the ball. Like I just said, putting their hand in the dirt, getting in between those tackles, and running somebody over and getting in for a touchdown.
Same formation as Jackson, breaks the huddle, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, rolling out to his right, lobbing it over the middle, and it is caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
That is a touchdown by number 14, Braden White, the tight end. That's just a great play, being able to play with your options. You know, you're in the inside of the 10-yard line in a goal line set. You can do a lot of things. You can run play action, you can run a dive, you can run a fullback dive, you can run a roll out right, roll out left, and that's what he was able to do, and he was able to get it to that tight end. And unfortunately for this Gauchos defense, they just got to make sure that they do their job and they keep their keys right.
As the extra point attempt from Wheat is up and good. 5:02 remaining here in the third quarter. Score is 20 Bulldogs, 13 Gauchos. What did you like that drive from the Bulldogs, Antonio?
Just like Dom said earlier, from while they're inside the Gauchos 5, how they were able to run the ball strong, and that's what they mostly did on this entire drive, was able to run the ball. So that's what I like from the Bulldogs. That's what they're mostly known for running the ball, because they run behind their big, strong offensive line. So that's how they've been over the past couple years now. So
yeah, more dominating run team these Bulldogs team is, and it's a very tough thing to go against. They're wearing and tearing, and it breaks the defense down quite a bit.
Yeah, very demoralizing. And like I said, they were able to play with their options. Like Antonio said, they are very known for their power running scheme. So they use that to their advantage, knowing that, okay, this defense is lining up to stop the run. So let's pull this ball out and let's pass it. And that's what they did. That's how they scored that touchdown.
Kamari Harris and Gary Youngblood waiting to return for the Gauchos, as Zach Wheat getting ready to kick this one away.
Looks like they're going to try to go for a squib kick again.
This one's booted, and it hits the out of bounds. Looks like there will be a flag on the play. It was very close to being a touchback skirting down that right sideline.
Yeah, and that ref right there, I don't know. He didn't look like he wanted to throw that flag, but I think he heard some of those Gauchos fans telling him, hey, that's out of bounds. That's not a touchback.
Looks like it barely went out by inches. It is a game of inches in any sport you play.
Yeah, definitely, especially one that has to do with football. I mean, like I just said, they were just at the goal line, you know, and they were able to convert, and that's just how it is. That's what this game will come down to, is the inches, the grittiness. You know, can one of these teams fight for that one extra yard?
So 1st and 10 for the Gauchos offense at the 35-yard line. Compton Jr. takes the snap, hands it off, and it's a run to the right side, has some room, and it's a gain of 9 on the play.
And Keeve Leslie being able to break a few tackles and to read his blocks. Number 11 on the Vacaville defense side, Roman Connor Owens, he was able to keep his arm free and was trying to get to the carrier, but wasn't able to, as he was able to bounce it outside. And like I said, that's the thing that these coaches want from these running backs nowadays. Are you going to run straight, which means dive? Are you going to bounce it out? Are you going to reverse it? Are you going to slip from the backside? So
4:20 left here to play in the third quarter, and the Gauchos looking to take advantage of the great field position they got from the kickoff. 2nd and short, Compton Jr. takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and that is a backwards pass. I am not sure what Harris was doing on that play.
3rd down and short for El Cerrito.
Yeah, and it looks like this Gauchos team is a little bit upset by their quarterback. You know, as a quarterback, you always want your fans to be behind you, and maybe these fans are just, you know, tough love, tough support, and they just want to see him do better. But, you know, he has a little bit of some pressure on him right now as they're down 7.
Looks like they called it a forward pass, actually, so 3rd and 2, and some of the fans are saying this isn't rocket science for the Gauchos offense. Compton Jr. takes the snap, hands this one off, and it is a fumble on the play, and it is picked up, and it will be Bulldog football.
At the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, these are the plays that are going to take the life out of an offense, take the life out of a team. This Gauchos team, they came in this game number 9th ranked in NorCal. And Vacaville looked at that and was like, you know what? We're going to shut them out. We're going to shut them out. We're going to shut them up. And we're going to play our brand of football. And that's running the ball, getting the ball out to these screen receivers, running these RPOs. And you're not going to come in our house and do what you think you want to do.
Bulldogs offense takes over inside the 30-yard line. Jackson takes a snap, fakes a handoff, runs to the right side, has a gain of a 1st down and more, pushed out of bounds at around the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and that's just a great ball carrier vision by the quarterback, number 8, Brendan Jackson. You know, he's doing it all right now. And he's trying to take this momentum and he's trying to keep it rolling. He's trying to keep it rolling right now as he pulled that ball from the running back, Roman Connor Owens, and, you know, he made something out of it. And he followed his blocks by number 1, Devin Bishop, and was able to get out of bounds and get that 1st down.
Might be something to watch. John Broussard on the Gaucho sideline is walking with a little bit of a limp, but back to the play. Jackson takes a handoff. It's up the middle, and it is a touchdown, Bulldogs. And how quick a game can change.
Just by the change of momentum. That's how this game changed. You know, they took the life out of this Gauchos offense, and they took that energy, recomposed it into positive energy, and was able to use that towards their own offense, and that's what they did. That running attack hasn't been open this entire game. It hasn't been open the same. That play got open, and he ran it in for about 11 to 10 yards and was able to get in for a touchdown right there.
Zach Wheat on to kick the extra point. The extra point is up, and it is good. It'll be a 27-13 lead.
Yeah,
and the Bulldogs are just taking over right now.
They are. And Roman Connor Owens, the linebacker and the running back, being able to get in there and score a touchdown, just how he scored a touchdown last week. That's how he scored it, through the rushing attack. And, you know, as a running back, when you score a touchdown like that, the only thing you could do is look back, look at your big old linemen and be like, thank you, brothers, thank you, guys, because at the end of the day, without them, you're not getting in that end zone. You definitely are not. So you don't want to get those linemen angry.
As we have 3:35 left to play here in the third quarter, the Bulldogs are just taking this one over.
Making a statement that a ranking doesn't matter to them, and that what they're going to do is that they're going to play their brand of football, like I just said on the possession before, and that's what they're going to do no matter what.
Zach Wheat ready to kick this one away. This one down that same sideline, but will go out the back of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 for El Cerrito at the 20-yard line.
We do have a little bit of a scuffle going on. No flags are thrown.
It looks like it got a little bit of chippy. Looks like number 34 on the Gauchos and number 45 of the Vacaville Bulldogs getting a little chippy, you know. Emotions might be a little bit high because of a game that was so close at the start of the half. Yeah. Is now starting to slip away from this Gauchos team. And as a Gauchos player, Antonio, what would you like to see from this team? Like, if you were the quarterback, what are you telling your guys right now in that huddle?
If I was the quarterback right now, I'd be telling my guys, hey, we need to figure it out. Take it one play at a time. Let's not let our fans get mad at us or just have our coaches start yelling at us. Take it one drive at a time and try to come back and get into this game. We'll start by let's say by throwing the ball like they are right now.
Compton Jr. takes a snap, throws this one left, intended for Youngblood, incomplete.
It looks like that shoulder seems to be irritating him a little bit. In number 15 on the Gauchos, DeJean Compton getting a little bit visibly upset with himself. But as a leader of a team, you can't let that affect the rest of your team. You can't let that affect you. You know, once that play's over, that play's over. You can't bring it into the next play, because if you do, then it'll negatively affect your team. So go into that huddle, give that play call, and let them know that we're going down to get some yards and score a touchdown.
And Compton Jr., only a sophomore. Insane how young he is leading this team. Compton Jr. takes a snap, looking right, sees no one, scrambles up the middle, throws over the middle, and it is caught by Harris.
Yeah, and I mean, he's trying to make something out of nothing there. You know, as he's coming down, getting tackled, he was still able to deliver that pass to number 5, Kamari Harris, the wide receiver. And, you know, it might have been for not that much yards, but it has given them position to get this third and manageable, this third and short, you know, third and 2, I'm pretty sure.
And we'll see as number 11, Joseph Broussard, runs onto the field in place of Compton Jr. Broussard takes the snap, rolling over to the left side, throws over the middle, and is caught. Trying to fight for more yards is number 20, Cannon Jenkins.
Yeah, number 11 there, Joseph Broussard. He rolled out to the left, trying to pull the defense in, which he did. He pulled a few of some of those nickel and flat defenders there to get number 20 open. Cannon Jenkins, like you said, get him open, and they're able to convert on that third down and get a first down.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Broussard. Vacaville showing some pressure. Pressure comes, and Broussard scrambling out of it, able to make it only a loss of 1 on the plays. He was dead to rights instantly.
Yeah, I mean, as a player, you know, you're trying to keep your head up every play, but when the defense is putting your head underwater, technically drowning your team in points, in pressures, in sacks, in tackle for losses. I mean, you can't really do much. So as a player, as number 11 goes into that huddle, like I said, you got to bring those guys up, bring them up. You got a whole quarter of football left with a little bit of change on the side.
A minute 30 left here in this third quarter as we are approaching the fourth quarter. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Broussard motions a man over, takes the snap, looking over the middle, dumps it off to the left side to Jenkins. Jenkins has enough for the first down. Scratch that, they're calling him just short.
That was a design play right there. You know, that receiver in motion, they weren't looking to pop it to him on that jet pass. The main design of that play was to get him across the formation and let him slip through the line where no one was able to go cover him, and he was wide open, and they got some yards, and those are the things that you need to see from this offense. Let's see what we can pull out of our playbook. Let's see what we can do with our players, with every single one of our players, and let's see if we can get a first down, another first down, get into the red zone, score a touchdown.
3rd and short for the Gauchos. Bulldogs seem to be showing pressure. Broussard takes a snap, runs it up the middle, and he is turning those legs, but looks like he is just short of the first down marker. It will be 4th and short coming up.
And stuffed out, smelled out, sniffed out by the Bulldogs. I mean, they read that play before it even happened. They sent about 3 or 4 guys on the second level to blitz on that play, and there was more on that side that ball was running, and they tackled him.
The Gauchos are just giving those pheromones that the Bulldogs are able to sniff out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, smell.
What would you like right here, Antonio, if you were the play caller for the Gauchos on a 4th and short, critical situation in the game as we're closing the third quarter?
If I was the play caller right here, I'd probably have number 11, Josiah Broussard, maybe hand it off to the running back or have him keep it himself and run and rush forward, try to get the first down, or throw a little screen pass.
Bad snap. Broussard picks it up, and he is trying to push those legs, and he is short of the first down marker, and it will be a turnover on downs for the Gauchos. That will do it for the third quarter. We will see where the officials officially mark this one as the Gauchos are arguing for their side. The Bulldogs sideline is excited for this fourth quarter. And so am I.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I mean, both of these teams came out to play. Even though it's a 2-score game, it doesn't matter. Football is football at the end of the day, and when you see it, you get hyped up. The adrenaline is pumping. The momentum is pumping, and that's what this Vacaville team is doing. They're demoralizing this team, and unfortunately, they weren't able to come up. As you see, number 1 on the Gauchos side, Gary Youngblood, he's very frustrated right now on the field. He looks visibly frustrated with himself, with his team, and, you know, that is a captain right there. And, you know, he's trying to tell himself to calm down, and he's trying to tell the rest of his defense, you know, we got to stick out and we got to keep churning, keep pushing. You know, we can't let this Vacaville offense have us lay us down on our side and just let them walk in for a touchdown.
Yeah, when you're used to having a dominating offense like the Gauchos usually do, it's very frustrating when you can't get anything going, but we still have a full quarter, 12 minutes left to play here in the second half. We've seen plenty of NFL teams come back late in games in the NFL. Why not here at the high school level as Jackson takes a snap, hands it off, and it is a big gain on the play. Looks to be enough for a first down as Bajorzen is just running like a freight train right now.
Yeah, and he took a little bit of a lick right there by Mike Boyer. You know, he took that hit.
No huddle, for the Bulldogs, and it bites them real hard as Jackson fumbled the play.
Yeah, Brendan Jackson, you know, he was looking downfield before he got the ball in his hands, and, you know, that looks for miscues. And as an El Cerrito Gauchos defensive player, when those things happen, we're like, okay, we're getting this team behind the ball. We're getting them behind the sticks. So let's convert. Let's see what we can do with it. Let's not let them get this first down.
Well, it went from 2nd and short to 3rd and medium after the botch snap by Jackson, but he'll take this snap out of the shotgun. It's a screen to the right for Bajorison. He has a 1st down and more, breaking it down that right sideline, and he fumbles it, and the Gauchos are on it.
Was complete number 4, Bajorison. Fumble on the
And it's going to be a confirmed fumble recovered by number 3, Mike Boyer.
1st and 10 for El Cerrito.
And this is what I was talking about, miscues. What we're talking about, hold on to the football. In Borgeson, he was running down the field. He felt a little bit hyphy. He felt a little bit good about himself. But unfortunately, players came to play today. Number 3, he wasn't trying to, fall on his side and let his team lose. He wanted to do something about it, and he forced the fumble and was able to recover it as well.
Well, this Vacaville offense, they've been very careless and loose with the ball at times, and it bites them right there in a key moment in the 4th quarter. Like you were saying, Domingo, you'd much rather have it early than late.
Yeah, you don't want it in this 4th quarter because, like I said, that momentum. Old Mo.
The Gauchos will take over at the 20-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to his left. Broussard takes the snap under a lot of pressure. Throws over the middle, and it is caught by Jenkins as there is a flag on the play.
And it looks like there might be a flag pushing this play backwards. It looks like there might be a little bit of a holding, and that is what the ref is going to call, the white hat. That's gonna erase this, essentially, this momentum-changing play. I mean, these are the plays that they're expecting to make, but self-inflicting wounds is not helping them right now.
And Broussard with one of his better passes of the night, and it gets negated by the holding call.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen more of his running, athletic ability.
First down and 20.
We have Broussard squared in the backfield. As Joseph Broussard rolling right, throws it to the right side, and it is caught for a gain of 15 on the play.
Broussard's pass is complete.
And Broussard's pass is going to be complete to number 3, Mike Boyer. We just seen him on the defensive side, and now we're seeing him on the offensive side. Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can be that quarterback wide receiver connection for number 11, Joseph Broussard, as number 15, Dejon Compton had his connection with number 1, Gary Youngblood.
Yeah, it seems to be Boyer's getting more of that target from Broussard, as Youngblood was getting more of the connection from Compton Jr. The snap, throw to the right side, and it is caught by Youngblood Jr., but they'll say incomplete.
Pressure by the Dogs.
Yeah, as we were just talking about Youngblood, he was able to get up there and make the catch, but unfortunately wasn't able to get that foot in bounds. If he would have done that, that would have been a first down, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, would have been a first down. So he had pressure in his face. They ran a stunt with number 77 and number 44, Carter, number 44, Aiden Pope, and number 77, as I mentioned him earlier, Carter Edmonds. They ran a stunt where that D tackle takes out that right guard, and that D end slips into that A gap and was able to get in his face.
We have trips to the right for the Gauchos. 1 man at the top of the screen. They will change the formation now, as we have 3 receivers to the left, split out wide. Broussard takes a snap, throws it to the right side, and just out of the reach of Youngblood.
Pass ball's incomplete.
Yeah, and it looks like he was trying to look for that connection again. Number 1, visibly frustrated Youngblood, and he's saying, I need that ball in my hands. It's 4th down. This drive is a key drive right now. This is a key play right now. If I'm the Gauchos coach, I'm telling my player, I'm calling our best play, best passing play right here. I'm not letting this crowd get into it.
As we haven't seen Compton Jr. all drive, they're sticking with Broussard here in the 4th quarter so far. Youngblood at the bottom of the screen. Broussard takes a snap, throwing out to the right side, and is finally caught by Youngblood on that right sideline.
Yeah, third time is the charm. This time he was able to get that pass on target and was able to move the chains. If they get back to that same look with the 3 receivers to the left side of the formation, if they're able to do that, I think that they have a favorable matchup in number 3, Mike Boyer. You know, he's playing that inside slot, and that off safety is manned up on him. So if I'm him, I'm running an out route to that sideline, and I'm scoring a touchdown.
Vacaville showing some pressure. Here it comes. Broussard feels the pressure, throws to the right side, and is caught again by Youngblood. Another first down by him.
Yep, building that connection, building that confidence for that quarterback and for number 1, building up this momentum for this team. You know, you don't want the energy to be low, you want it to be high, and this is how they can start it. They got 9 minutes and 50 seconds left in this 4th quarter. There's a lot of time left, a lot of time.
Yeah, able to maybe potentially go down and score here on this drive, get a stop, and try to score once again. But we'll focus on the now with 9:50 left to go in the 4th. Broussard out of the shotgun, takes a snap, pump fakes to the right. Looks like he was loading up for a deep shot, able to escape the pressure and get it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like number 11, Joseph Broussard, he's keying in on one receiver, and as a quarterback, you don't want to do that. You want to look around the whole field, because if you're keying in on one offensive player, then you're letting the defense know where you're going with your eyes and with the ball. So these players on Gary Youngblood's side, whoever's in front of him, playing that defensive back position, they're going to know, okay, he's looking here. All I got to do is look in the backfield, look at the quarterback's eyes, read the play, get an interception.
Trips to the right for Broussard, one man at the top on his left. Broussard takes a snap, looking over the middle, has a man wide open, and it is a big hit laid.
Boomstick.
But able to hold on to it is number 3, Mike Boyer.
That was definitely a big hit, but I believe that a flag should be thrown there, but not towards the Gauchos. That hit was at the crown of the receiver's head. That would be, in any case, in targeting. And it looks like some of the refs don't call that, and it looks like they're going to call that a clean hit when, you know, from our side, it doesn't seem like that's what it is.
Looks like we have a sideline warning for the Gauchos, another one, and it will be a penalty for them. As we have 8:45 left to go here in this 4th quarter. Very exciting game, 27 Bulldogs, 13 Gauchos, as they are trying to drive as they have the ball just past midfield right now. Broussard has 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, rolls out to the left side, and he has a room for a first down. And he's still going, and the ball
Number 11 keeps the ball. Broussard runs to the left side.
seems to be still with the Gauchos after a lot of commotion going on down that left sideline.
And this is that momentum. You know, they've only burned out about a minute of the clock, and they're pushing down the field. They're pushing down the field. It looks like they're inside Vacaville's 38-yard line. It looks like if they can just keep pushing down, that they can score a touchdown here. Looking for players like number 1, Gary Youngblood.
I'll get back to you.
Okay. You just say it on the air.
Broussard looking down the right side, and it is going to be a definite pass interference on the Bulldogs as Boyer got shoved on that play, and he's barking at a Bulldog right now.
He is. He's barking.
Yeah.
He's fighting back. I mean, what do you think, Antonio? What do you think about that play?
That play was clearly designed for looks like number 3, Mike Boyer, but just like we saw on right there, that Vacaville defense got to the ball a little too early. It hit him a little too hard. That's what's caused the flag. So
yeah, it'll be a new set of downs here for the Gauchos team that is starting to put together a really decent drive as they are inside the 30-yard line now after the penalty.
Yeah, they're feeling that surf. They're feeling that surf, that surge of Old Mo. Old Mo's coming back on their sideline.
Yeah, momentum bringing to the Gaucho side. As we'll have a snap over the middle of the field, and it is caught, but dropped by Jenkins. And what a big hit by the Bulldogs. They're laying the boom here in this fourth quarter as Broussard throwing one of those hospital balls.
Yeah, that we were talking about last week, but it seems like the ref did call the play. On that play, I believe that right there was a clean hit only because the defensive player was able to hit the offensive player in his chest, but I don't know for sure if that counts as an unprotected receiver.
I'm sure he goes down as a defenseless receiver, probably after the ball enters his hands, but it's harder to play defense nowadays because there's so many rules and regulations to keep offensive players safe that it makes those dangerous throws over the middle not really that dangerous anymore if it's just going to lead to an outcome like this.
Yeah. And now it's giving this El Cerrito fan some life.
As Leslie is in the backfield for this Gauchos team, and it seems we do have a penalty on the play, and Broussard and the whole entire offense not liking that one.
Not liking that one. Self-inflicting wounds. When you get a gift like that, to get a flag to where you are able to get into the red zone, allowing something like a false start is something you never want. You never want to see that. You never want that to happen. When the bullets are flying, you know, you got to convert, you got to execute, and that's the name of the game.
Broussard out of the shotgun, 3 receivers on his short side. Gives the handoff, and it goes up the middle, and it is number 8 taking it down near the 5-yard line, Kaive Leslie.
Yeah, he's fighting and rumbling down. You know, he's getting into that 5-yard line. He's saying, you know, I'm not going down without a fight. He's not letting this Vacaville Bulldogs team push him and his team around. So he's going to make sure that he can do what he can to allow this offensive team, or allow the offense to convert.
Antonio, can you feel the momentum switching right now towards the Gauchos as they're driving and inside the red zone?
I can definitely feel it slowly starting to shift as
Broussard takes a snap up the middle, and it goes nowhere. The Bulldogs are all over it. But back to you, Antonio. You said you could feel the shift happening.
Yeah, I can. If they just stick with if they stick with Broussard, I think momentum will definitely shift as if you saw in their last drive, led him down the field in the half, scored, and now he's looks like showing that down here again inside Vacaville's 10-yard line. So if they stick with Broussard rather than Compton Jr., I think the Gauchos do have a good shot at winning this game.
Yeah, Broussard takes a snap, fakes the handoff, throws to the right side, just high for Youngblood.
Pass ball's incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
It is 4th down as we are past the halfway point here in the 4th quarter. And you can hear some of the fans saying, let's give the quarterback some time here on this Gaucho side. And Broussard, he's feeling that pressure quite a bit. Broussard out of the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Is he made for the moment? 4th and 6. Broussard takes the snap, looking over the middle, and it is high for Youngblood. Turnover on downs. And Number 20, Cannon Jenkins, is not happy.
And that's the price you pay. That's the price you pay when you go for something like a 4th down like that. You know, I don't know if they have a kicking team, but, you know, if I was a coach, I would have done the same thing. You know, a kick won't really do nothing in this game in the standpoint that it is right now. But if Broussard would have been looking on the left side to number 3, Mike Boyer, he was open on what they call a zig route or a return route. And he was open in that flat area, but, you know, his eyes were locked in on one receiver and one receiver only, not being able to look around the entire formation.
5:47 left here to go as the Bulldogs are back inside their own 5-yard line. It is a handoff to Borison, and he's still turning those legs, and down looks for a gain of 9 on the play.
Excuse you, Robert. It's actually number 11, Roman Connor Owens. And, you know, those are the 2 running backs that we've been talking about all night. I mean, it is hard to get them confused because they're both churning them legs and getting some yards. So, I mean, they're a great running back duo, it seems like, and it seems like they're doing great things for this Vacaville team. And, you know, they're one of the key outcomes on offense and on defense on why the score is how it is right now with 5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it seems like Connor Owens is going to try and hopefully lead the way with his power and try to milk the rest of this game for the Vacaville Bulldogs as they're trying to escape with the victory. It's a handoff once again for a 1st down. Connor Owens showing that speed and power.
He's showing that speed, and he's looking into the eyes. He's looking into the eyes of this frustrated Gauchos defense. Mike Boyer, you know, he's not afraid. He's not afraid to, you know, get into the face of these other players, even though they're down.
And who are we thinking the player of the game is for the Bulldogs?
I mean, for the Bulldogs, what have we really seen today? Let's see. I'm pretty sure person that we've seen a lot and talked about today is it could be Braden White.
Brady White, yes.
Or Tracy Callis, or we could even go with the running backs here or the quarterback. You know, he's been able to adjust.
If you had to pick one, you think you're going with Brady White?
I mean, yeah, I feel like I'm pretty sure he has 2 game-changing plays in this game. Also, Jake Williams with that catch. I feel like these deep catches, that's what's really going to make who's player of the game.
This is a reverse jet sweep to the right side and pick up another 1st down for the Bulldogs. It's just easy for them right now.
Yeah, they took the life, demoralized this team, and they don't know what to do. They're laying on their side right now, and they're just letting the Bulldogs play offense. And
yeah, the offense is just moving for the Bulldogs right now.
God, it's cold.
It is cold.
Yeah.
You're right. The wind is blowing here at Tom Zunino Stadium. You usually don't feel that here in Vacaville, California. Usually it's over in that Cordelia area.
Yeah.
As Jackson takes a snap, hands it off to Connor Owens once again, and he's just running for big yardage here late.
Right side, cuts right.
yeah.
Led by the blocking of number 70.
With this story of this game, really, as we have some linemen, you know, talking their stuff of this Gauchos defense, talking their stuff to this Gauchos defense, number 72, number 77, Carter Edmonds, you know, as a PA announcer is saying. And they're just naming all the players of this lineman, of the people that are, you know, those big linemen that are in front of those running backs. And, you know, those are the people that you need to appreciate.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right for Jackson. He'll take the snap, hand it off once again. What's new for this Bulldogs offense here late as Connor Owens just bouncing off defenders for another 1st down.
Yeah, and right now they're kind of letting him stat pad his stats right now.
Yeah.
You know, hey, if he keeps on going, if he keeps running down this rushing attack, he might be player of the game. I'm not going to lie. He has a touchdown already. You know, I wonder what his stats looks like by the end of this game. You know, we obviously don't have it right here in front of us, but, you know, at the end of the game we will see. And, you know, I still believe that number 14, Braden White, will come down as the player of the game.
Yeah, Brady White. Jackson, out of the shotgun formation, hands this one off to Connor Owens once again, and he is brought down for what is a modest gain for him right now.
Yeah, I mean, what does, as a running back, as a player on this Bulldogs team, when you see a team like the Gauchos right now that are pretty much giving up, like I see a player on the sideline right now that is currently unwrapping his tape because in reality they know that this game is over, but, you know, you might have won the battle, but you haven't won the war, and that's the mentality that this Gauchos team has to come into for their next week's game. And same thing with this Vacaville team as they're facing their first league game at home against the Pioneer Patriots.
As the play is up the middle for another first down for the Bulldogs.
Number 11.
And you are right about the name spelling. It is Braden White, but the PA announcer is saying Brady White. So
yeah, I mean,
we got to get that one fixed a little bit because on our roster sheets that we have, it says Braden White.
Yep.
But he will be our player of the game, and we will send it down to Josh Mahika after this one to interview him.
Yeah, and maybe we got to go talk to the PA announcer over there. We got to make sure things are, you know, on level because, you know, you can't have me looking a little goofy or, you know, he might be looking a little goofy. We don't know. Anyways.
I digress. 50 seconds left here to play.
Another run play.
The Bulldogs are just milking this one away. As Connor Owens
up the middle.
Takes a snap, and it looks like a timeout will be called here by the Gauchos.
Timeout.
27-13 in favor of the Bulldogs. And
2nd and 10.
El Cerrito just playing for moral victories right now.
Yeah, and it looks like these this away team, visiting team fans, it looks like they're starting to pack up. You know, they're starting to, you know, get to the parking lot, get to their cars and stuff. But, you know, if I'm this Gauchos team, we're keeping our head up. You know, we're moving on to the next week. We're moving on to the next week. This is a learning opportunity for this team that, you know, when things get tough, that you got to keep pushing. And I feel like that's something that they're definitely going to be focusing on next week against their opponent, which is going to be
Oakland Tech.
Oakland Tech.
And Oakland Tech coming into the day 1-1.
And it looks like it will be a home game for the Gauchos, so they should have momentum back on their side with the game being at home in front of their fans.
And Jackson under center in victory formation will kneel this one down as the time will come off the clock.
Back will take a knee when it's the victory formation.
"17 seconds, ticking down to 15-14, and you know the story. It will be a victory here at Thompson-Nino Stadium for those Vacaville Bulldogs. As some would say, they put BTA today.
Yeah, they definitely did. I mean, Antonio, what do you think about this game? What do you think that this Vacaville Bulldogs team did to demoralize this Gauchos team?
Well, what I saw was that the Vacaville Bulldogs did to demoralize the Gauchos. They ran the ball pretty much all game. So just like we were saying earlier, that's what they're pretty much known for. So Vaca High is most known for is running the ball behind the O-line, and They're good at reading their blocks. So, I mean, we did see a couple good passes from Brendan Jackson, a couple deep balls caught by his receivers, but it was the run game that ultimately led them to this victory. So,
and Domingo, I'm going to go to you, as league play is about to start up next week for this Bulldogs team in the Monticello Empire League. It is going to be quite an interesting thing to see if they can have a run at the championship.
Yeah, I mean, they are actually, the Vacaville team, this Vacaville Bulldogs team, they've actually gone down to the Division 3, excuse me, where the Vanden Vikings will be. So that'll be interesting to see. Is that there might be a playoff game between the two.
Who knows whether it'll be here in front of the Vacaville home, in front of the Vacaville fans, or if it'll be at Vanden, which could be a difference. Which could be a factor in that game.
Well, that's going to do it for us up here in the booth. I'm Robert Murray. I was doing play-by-play. Domingo Daines to my left, Antonio Harris to my right. And we're going to send it down to the field with Josh Mojica and Braden White for our player of the game.
Right now, I'm joined with two of the most outstanding players of this game tonight. On my left is Brady White, wide receiver, and on my left is Brady White, wide receiver, and on my right is the quarterback number 8, Brendan Jackson. First of all, gentlemen, I'd like to congratulate you for the second win of this season. Yeah. So first question is, before coming into this game, what are some key preparations that you guys did? Let's go first with you, Brendan.
I think definitely we saw on film that they were pushed back in the corners, so we were going to take everything underneath until we had to take a shot over top. And day in and day out at practice, we just gave it our all, dude. That's pretty much it. We just came to work today.
Thank you. Now on to you, Brady.
I think it's just trusting one another, just keeping, your head in the game and just not letting the other team get to you. So, yeah.
And speaking of films tonight, you guys show a fantastic offensive performance. 2 passing touchdowns from you, Brendan, and you caught all those 2 passes from Brendan. What went right in tonight's game?
I think, honestly, we just picked them apart. We took underneath, and when they gave it to us over the top, we took it. And I could trust the ball in my boy Brady's hands and all of my other receivers' hands, and it just worked out tonight for us.
And for you, Brady, after having that, catching all those 2 passing touchdowns from your QB?
Just trusting him, trusting the coaches, just doing what we do in practice,
And for the last question, you guys are coming back here at your home field for your homecoming. And you guys are and this time it's going to be a conference game against Pioneer. What are you guys looking forward the most for that game, and what are some key things that you want to apply from this game to the next game? First from you, Brady.
Just win.
And for you, Brendan?
I think we definitely need a shutout next week for our homecoming game. So.
Sure. All right, so that's it, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Brendan Jackson and Brady White, your 2 best players of tonight's game. Congratulations, gentlemen, once again, and see you guys next week. All right. Once again, my name is Josh Mojica, and thank you guys for tuning in with us here with the fellow broadcasters for Solano College Sports Network. We will see you guys next week here at Solano College Sports Network.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
or working behind the scenes, then this is the class for you.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester, and remember,
it's more than just sports, it's an education.